Hello friends. My name is Om Brahmbhatt and today I'm going to show you my explanation of the standard 7th chapter, The Tiny Teacher. It is from the Alien Handbook. Though so very small, the ant is unbelievably intelligent and hardworking. Among the various kinds, the commonest ant is black and red. Ants live in comfortable homes called ant hills. Now the ants are very small. I'm pretty sure everybody who is watching this video has seen an ant. If you have not seen an ant, you are probably living under a rock. I mean, you can also find ants in rocks, man. The ant is very, though so being so small, the ant is very hardworking and intelligent. The commonest ants are black and red. Now they are so common that I have only seen these two types of ants only, black and red. Ants live in comfortable homes called anthills. Name the smallest insect you have seen and the wisest. Is it the fly? No, it isn't. Is it the mosquito? No, not the mosquito. That must be the worm. No, none of these. It is the ant, the commonest, the smallest, but the wisest insect. The story of an ant's life sounds almost untrue, but people have kept ants as pets and have watched their daily behavior closely. So we now know a number of facts about this tiny, hardworking and intelligent creature. Now, the smallest insect and the wisest insect is actually the ant. The story of an ant is almost untrue. Untrue means not true, completely fake. But people have kept ants as pets and have examined them. So they have found ants, those characteristics, the adaptations and all that. An ant uses its feelers or antenna to talk to other ants by passing messages through them. Watch a row of ants moving up or down the wall. Each ant greets all the others coming from the opposite direction by touching their feelers. So, an ant uses its antenna to talk to other ants by passing messages through them. Ants greet them, or they send short messages like food is over there, you can take it. Your colony of ants can take food from there, we have left some. Like those small messages. There are many kinds of ants. The commonest ants among them are the black or red ones. We have seen them since we were children, but haven't paid enough attention to them. Where do they live? In the comfortable homes called nests and anthills. Each has hundreds of little rooms and passages. In some of these rooms, the queen ant lays eggs. The others are for nurseries for the young ones, called grubs. Workers have the reserved quarters. They spend most of the time searching for food. Some rooms serve as storehouses for this food. Soldiers have separate barracks. No worker has ever tried to live in a soldier's house. No soldier has ever gone out searching for food. No worker or soldier or cleaner has ever harmed a grub. So you see, an ant's life is very peaceful. Each does its share of work intelligently and bravely and never fights with other members of the group. So there are many kinds of ants, but the commonest of them are the black and red. We have seen them since we have children, but we are like, these are the small things. I don't want to, pay attention to them. So we just ignore them. So maybe you can ask that where do these ants live? Do they just roam around freely? So the answer for that is no. They live in ant hills and nests. These ant hills, though may be small, but have a lot of passageways, hundreds of passageways. Some of the rooms the queen lays eggs. Others are for the young nurseries for the young ones, which are called grubs. Workers have the reserved quarters, and workers mean the people who search for food. Some rooms, serve as storehouse for food, where they keep all the food. And soldiers have separate barracks. Mostly red ants are the soldiers, which they bite us. But when black ants don't bite us, but when they do, it's very painful. Since black ants can cut through wood, unlike red ants. No worker has ever tried to live in a soldier's house. No soldier has ever gone out searching for food. So, everyone does their own work. Nobody helps someone like that. Or, nobody says like, hey, can you do this for me today? I will do your work today. Or like that. No one has ever harmed a grub as well. So an ant's life is so peaceful. No need for the comprehension check. The queen ant has a pair of eggs which she casts off before she begins to lay eggs. Eggs hatch and become grubs. Grubs change into cocoons, and cocoons break to bring forth complete normal ants. The life of an ordinary ant in the anthill, which is a book which many of us rarely open. The queen is the mother of the entire population of the colony. It lives for about 15 years. It has a pair of wings but bites them off after its wedding flight. This flight takes place on a hot summer day. The queen leaves the nest and goes out to meet a male ant or drone high up in the air. On its return to earth, it gets rid of its wing and does nothing but lay eggs. So the queen is the mother of the entire population. She only can lay eggs. It can live for 15 years, which is a pretty short lifespan for us, but a pretty long lifespan for ants. It has a pair of rings, but then bites them off after its wedding flight. So this flight takes place on a nice hot summer day, and the queen leaves the nest and goes out to meet a male ant or drone high up in the air. A fun fact: although a queen can live for 15 years, a drone can live for only 1.5 days, which is a very short lifespan. 1.5 days only. Sometimes even 1 day. It lives for only 1 day. A drone. On its return to Earth, it gets rid of its wings and then does nothing but lays eggs. It bites off her egg. It bites off her, what can you say, wings. Eggs hatch and grubs come out. Soldiers guard them, workers feed them and clean them, and also carry them about daily for airing, exercising, and sunshine. 2 or 3 weeks later, grubs become cocoons and lie without food or activity for 3 weeks more. Then the cocoons break and perfect ants appear. Now it's time for teaching and training. New ants learn their duties from old ants as workers, soldiers, builders, cleaners, etc. After a few weeks training, the small ants are ready to go out into the big world of work. So, when those eggs hatch of the queen, grubs come out. The soldiers guard them, workers feed them, and do all the activities with them. After 2 or 3 weeks, grubs become cocoons and lie without anything, any food, no activity for 3 weeks more. Then the cocoon breaks and nice normal ants appear. Now they get taught and they train for their work. They learn their duties from old ants. An anthill is a home not only for ants but also for other creatures, beetles, lesser breeds of ants, and the greenfly. Why do ants want those alien creatures to live in their nest? For several reasons. Some give a smell pleasant to the ants' senses. Sorry, some interruptions were there. So, I got a little bit problem. So, where was I? Yeah. Other give sweet juices, and some are just pets or playthings like cats and dogs to human beings. The green fly is the ant's cow. The ants train it to give honeydew with the touch of their antenna. They milk it just as we milk the cow, same to same way. So an ant hill is not only a place for ants. A lot of other creatures live there as well, like beetles, green flies, lesser breed of ants. So why do these ants want other creatures to live in their nest? Some give off smells to the ant senses which like them. Others give some sweet juices. Some are just like cats and dogs. They're just like pets. Now the main thing is green fly, the natural source of ants' food. Um, it's like cow. It's the same to same thing like cow, but instead of milk, it gives off honeydew. Have humans learned as much as ants have? Perhaps they have, but they haven't put the learning to good use. They may still learn a few things from this tiny teacher: hard work, sense of duty and discipline, cleanliness, care for the young ones, and above all, a firm loyalty to land where they live. So basically, this last line says that, the last paragraph says that we can learn a lot of things from the ants. Maybe we have learned as well, but we haven't put it to good use. Ants teach us a lot of things in life. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching and bye. See you guys next time. Have a great day.